Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Good morning from Meador Park in Springfield, Missouri, the new home of the Grip and Rip Baseball League. It's the first time that the GRBL will ever play a game outside the friendly confines of Ozark Mountain Sports Complex. Today, history will be made as the game comes into the big town, Springfield, Missouri, and historic Meador Park. This venue, built in the 1960s, just revamped prior to the start of the 2024 season. About $1.8 million worth of work went into updating this facility. Most of it you will see on our cameras throughout today's coverage on the field. Brand new AstroTurf spanning just as far as the eye can see. Brand new outfield walls standing 14 feet high. The player experience available today at Meador Park will be second to none for the 6 teams in the Grip and Rip Baseball League who will start their 2024 seasons and the quest for the Howard Bell Trophy. Well, hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance. I'll be with you all day for today's triple header as we bring you Week 1 of Season 9 of the Grip and Rip Baseball League. Coming up today at high noon, the Ozark Mountain Ducks are at the Moon City Mavericks. Then at 3 o'clock, the Branson Showmen take on the Nixa Suckers in a GRBL South Division contest. At 6 o'clock, it's the Republic Locos against the defending world champion Springfield Metropolitans, coming off back-to-back Howard Bell Trophy championships. But everything is not as it was in 2023, because in the GRBL, the one constant is change. Every year, the rosters are reset, torn down to the studs. Each team has a player manager. In 2024, the player managers, 4 of them came back, and 2 are new. So the Branson Showmen under new management with the rise of Jacob Carlson, and the Springfield Metropolitans, following the retirement of their skip Brock Chaffin, are now under the guise of 4-time Howard Bell Trophy champion and 3-time MVP Clay Murphy. Each team also can use what is called the franchise tag. That is a club option extended to one player from the previous season's roster. That one player then has the option to go back to the home club, or they can enter the GRBL draft. All 6 teams were able to reach agreements with franchise players this season, and so we'll give you updates on that as the day goes. But for this noon game, the Ozark Mountain Ducks re-upped with third baseman David Edwards, and the Moon City Mavericks re-upped with Gold Glove winning center fielder Joe Emery. Everyone else went back into the GRBL 2024 draft, so even superstar players, even Hall of Famers, had to still go through the tryout process once again, enter the draft, and at that point, any team could claim those players through 14 rounds of action. All that to say, the rosters are locked for the 2024 season. Each team has 15 players, and at the end of the next 10 weeks, somebody in October was going to have their name etched on the Howard Bell Trophy, the name their parents gave them, forever remembered as GRBL champions. So coming up, as I said, at high noon, it'll be the Mountain Ducks and the Moon City Mavericks. Let's go ahead and take a check of the weather here on this Bank of Missouri pregame show. And folks, let me tell you, it does not feel like August whatsoever. It is downright early October out there. Right now, 77 degrees under mostly cloudy skies with winds out of the south at about 10 miles per hour. Throughout the week, we were sweating it a little bit in the GRBL front office because there was rain in the forecast throughout the week, but I am happy to say from the very latest information we're getting from our friends at the National Weather Service, the threat of rain is more or less gone. We're going to have about a 19% chance of rain at about 11 o'clock tonight. But for today's triple header, we're going to be absolutely protected. It'll be mostly cloudy and breezy with winds out of the south right around 9 miles per hour, south-southeast. Throughout the day, we're going to keep an eye on the barometer, but right now that's holding steady at well above 30 inches of mercury. And as long as the barometer holds, we should be good to go. Unseasonably mild August day here in southwest Missouri. A great day to come out and see some baseball. And we certainly invite you to do so. You know, if you've never been to a Grip and Rip Baseball League game before, this is really an experience. You know, I say this as the guy who is the captain of the streaming coverage here on the YouTube channel. You really don't know what the show is all about until you come experience it live. So if you've never done that, we would invite you to come out and see us at Meador Park today. If you can't do that, well, we're going to be here at Meador Park every Sunday for the next 3 weeks, August 18th and August 25th. We will take the Labor Day break, so there will be no games on Sunday, September 1st, unless there are rainouts. We're not getting a rainout today, so cross that off the list. Coming up in September, the league will migrate out to Ozark Mountain Sports Complex in Ozark, Missouri, the original home of the Grip and Rip Baseball League since its inception in 2016. We will play at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, the former Mountain Ducks Stadium, and we're going to do that throughout the month of September for the first 2 rounds of the playoffs in October. And then Sunday, October 20th, we'll be right back here, Mark Worley Field at Meador Park, for the Howard Bell Trophy Championship Final. It is a 10-game road to glory for all 6 of the GRBL's member clubs, and it gets going today. Let's meet the starters for this one between the Mountain Ducks and the Mavericks. Ozark will be the visiting team on the scoreboard, operating from the first base dugout in their royal blue uniforms. A new feature this year, white baseball caps with blue bills and the Duck logo on the front of the cap. They're wearing white pants today. They will lead off with the rookie from Springfield, Missouri, out of Glendale High School, playing second base, number 4, Thomas Brand. Batting second, a pitcher. He is the GRBL Hall of Famer from Marionville, Missouri, by way of the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, Skylar Henson. Another rookie bats third and starts at shortstop today. He's number 2 from Northwest Missouri State University, Logan Rycraft. In the 4th spot is the Mountain Ducks franchise player. He's playing third base, wearing number 16, out of Rolla, Missouri, where he works as a strength coach at the University of Missouri S&T, David Edwards. In the 5th spot, coming into today's game with 49 base hits in his GRBL career, is the left fielder from University City, Missouri, number 27, Tyler Jones. In the 6th spot is the Mountain Ducks player manager. He wears number 5, playing first base from Parkview High School in Springfield, Missouri, Austin Kendrick. In the 7th spot is the extra hitter. He will wear number 7. That is the Reverend Clay Odell. In the 8th spot, number 8, he is the right fielder from John Wood Community College, Kyle Carpenter. In the 9th spot is the catcher out of South Bend, Indiana. He wears number 18, rookie Hunter Knapp, and another rookie will complete the lineup, batting in the 10 spot. He's a center fielder, originally from the metro area in Las Vegas, Nevada, but now a proud resident of Republic, Missouri, number 3, Colton Simons. So it's Brand, Henson, Rycraft, Edwards, Jones, Kendrick, Odell, Carpenter, Knapp, and Simons for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Rookie Hunter Knapp will be catching pitches from his battery mate, the GRBL Hall of Famer, Skylar Henson. The Moon City Mavericks will start a veteran pitcher on the mound, and he will bat in the leadoff spot. That is number 8 from Nixa, Missouri, Ryan Cram. In the 2nd spot is a GRBL veteran and a former postseason award winner. He's the shortstop, number 14, Brady Welsh. In the 3rd spot is the third baseman, the founder, the commissioner, the godfather, Tony Lewis. In the 4 spot is the extra hitter. He's number 13 from Springfield, Missouri, Michael Barnes. Batting 5th is the left fielder out of Kansas City, Kansas Community College, number 5, Joe Juarez. In the 6th spot, the center fielder from Truman State. He is number 21, Joe Emery. In the 7th spot is the right fielder. He wears number 7 from Springfield, Missouri. He went to Hillcrest High School, and he and his wife, Brooke, just welcomed a new baby very recently. Congratulations go out to Adam Barton. In the 8th spot is the catcher wearing number 11 from Willard, Missouri, Devin Phillips. In the 9th spot is the second baseman wearing number 2. It's the first time for him to not play for the Branson Showmen, but a steady defender and just a good guy to have around. That's Carter Rinney. In the 10th spot is the first baseman. He's a rookie wearing number 3 out of Springfield from Kickapoo High School, Sam Hornberger. So the Mavericks, it's Cram, Welsh, Lewis, Barnes, Juarez, Emery, Barton, Phillips, Rinney, and Hornberger to get things going. Battery will be Devin Phillips and Ryan Cram, couple of players with good GRBL experience. And this is going to be a tasty pitching matchup straight out of the gate. Skylar Henson going against Ryan Cram. Should be a lot of fun to watch. Today's umpires are Brian Lozano and Edward Browning. They are from the Mid-America Umpires Union, and we at the GRBL are certainly grateful for our friends at the MAU just helping to make this happen for us, and we absolutely could not play without them in our game. Starters being introduced down on the field. I will very quickly, this would be the part of the Bank of Missouri pregame show where I'd look at the standings. It's pretty easy to do today. Everybody is undefeated. They are 0-0. Standings will be much different at the end of the night, so hey, if you don't have anything else to do, we invite you to stick around and keep watching. After Mountain Ducks Mavericks, it'll be the Branson Showmen and the Nixa Suckers. And then at 6 o'clock, baseball night in the Ozarks. We will really pull out all the stops to make that a good show as the Republic Locos take on the Springfield Metropolitans. It has become a tradition. Every season, the GRBL in Week 1 features a matchup between the two clubs who played for the championship in the previous season. If you're new to the GRBL, really quickly, in lieu of standings, I'll just kind of tell you a little bit about what the divisions are like. So it's a 6-team league split into 2 divisions. The GRBL North is the Moon City Mavericks, the Springfield Metropolitans, and the Republic Locos. The South Division features the Ozark Mountain Ducks, the Nixa Suckers, and the Branson Showmen. Standings are determined, first of all, by wins and losses. Then we go by head-to-head. So the way the 7-week schedule works is that a team will play its 2 division rivals twice. It will play non-division games against each non-divisional opponent 1 time. So 2 plus 2 plus 3 adds up to a total of 7. In the event that teams have identical win and loss records, which happens sometimes, we go to head-to-head records in the division. If the head-to-head is a wash, like let's say for instance you go 1-1 against that division rival, then we go to the criteria of runs allowed, and after that we go to runs scored. If all of that is dead even somehow, then playoff position is determined by a foot race from center field to home plate, and teams are allowed to enter anyone they want in said foot race. Thankfully, that has never happened to us before. The 2 division winners in the GRBL each season are afforded byes, first-round byes in the playoffs directly to the semifinals. The 4 remaining teams go into what we call the eliminators. Don't call them quarterfinals. They're eliminators because someone's season will come to a conclusion on that eliminator weekend in October. Then you have the semifinals. The 2 winning teams out of the semis go on to win the bell. And I can say this, yes, the standings do matter, but that first round bye is not everything. As a matter of fact, last season, both the Republic Locos and the Springfield Mets were both out of the North Division, and they both had to make their way from the eliminators. Some of the guys on that team said, well, you know, that first round bye would have been nice, but we got to play 1 extra baseball game, so you can't beat that. As public address announcer Daniel Davis finishes up the starting lineup, we're going to step aside to say a big thank you to the Bank of Missouri and to the GRBL's title sponsor, Henry's Towing. Remember, if you're stuck on the side of the road, if you are in a jam and you need a tow, you've got to go to LetHenryDoIt.com.
Nah, we're ready to close.
What?
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Ryan Cram takes to the pitcher's mound for the Moon City Mavericks, set to throw the first pitch of the 2024 season of Grip and Rip Baseball. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger, and we welcome you in to magnificent Meador Park, freshly revamped with about $1.8 million worth of work. In the springtime, it's the home of the NCAA Division II Drury University Panthers, but in the fall time, it is GRBL time. Ryan Cram has the ball for Moon City to start Season 9. He's an HVAC installer by trade, 23 years old, out of Nixa, Missouri. Went to Nixa High School. His father, Josh Cram, played in the Grip and Rip back in 2018, and Ryan broke in 2023 as a member of the Nixa Suckers. He pitched 13 innings, allowing just 4 earned runs on 10 hits, struck out 11, walked 4, and hit 3 batters. Computed out to a 2.77 ERA for Cram. And he played a fair bit of center field for Nixa as well. Picked up by Moon City in the draft. Definitely was a player whose stock in this league generally improved as the season went on and as he got settled into playing baseball after taking a few years off. So Daniel England has made no bones about it. Ryan Cram is going to be one of the straws that stirs the drink for Moon City here in 2024. He'll start off facing rookie Thomas Brand. He is from Springfield, Missouri, where the Brand family made a little bit of a splash. They were featured on KY3 News recently because Thomas and his father Kurt Brand are both on this Ozark Mountain Ducks roster. But Thomas played for State Fair Community College. First pitch of the season from Ryan Cram is away at 12:05. It is a ball up and out of the zone. So Thomas Brand, 3 years at State Fair, had a total of 49 at-bats. 7 hits, 3 of them were doubles and 2 of them were home runs, so the slugging percentage was through the roof. And he gets his GRBL career officially started with a base hit into left center field. So just like that, Thomas Brand is 1 for 1 lifetime here in the Grip and Rip Baseball League. That'll bring up, we go from the rookie to the cagey veteran. Matter of fact, he's in the Grip and Rip Baseball League Hall of Fame. He will get the start at pitcher today. That's the Marionville Comet, Skylar Hinson. Hinson was 8 for 27 with a double and an RBI a season ago. Struck out 7 times, walked 3, lays down a bunt. Cram off the mound to get it, throw sailed, but Sam Hornberger over there at first able to tap the feet and get the out. But the Hinson's effort does what it was designed to do, and it moves the runner Thomas Brand up into scoring position with 1 out. So here comes an exciting rookie, Logan Rycraft. He lives in Nixa, Missouri. He is originally from Mount Vernon. Played his college baseball at NCAA Division II Northwest Missouri State, where he had a .351 on-base percentage. If you go back and look through Logan Rycraft, rather, as he takes ball 1 in the dirt, if you look through Logan Rycraft's collegiate stats, hitting was something that improved steadily through his career as he adjusted to that level of pitching. Has a slightly open right-handed stance, Logan Rycraft. Played professionally in the Pecos League for the Roswell Invaders in Roswell, New Mexico. In 2022, chops this one foul. That evens the count 1-1. That year in the Pecos League, Rycraft hit .233. He was 20 for 86. His on-base percentage, .374. So he's the type of hitter who's not afraid to work a count, not afraid of 2 strike pitches. Possesses pretty good vision of the plate and a feel for the strike zone. So be interested to see how he adjusts to the GRBL's game. That was high at his eyes. And the count is full, 3-2. Runner for the Ducks, Thomas Brand, off of second base with 1 out. Rycraft takes it inside, and he will take the walk. So that puts a couple of Mountain Ducks on the pond for the ever-so-dangerous David Edwards. He is the Ozark Mountain Ducks franchise player out of James Madison University, 35 years old. For his career, 39 for 95, a .411 batting average for David Edwards. A season ago with the Ducks, he hit .519. He was 14 for 27, 5 runs batted in, and 4 of his hits were doubles. This is David Edwards' 4th year in the GRBL. Cram from the chest, misses high, ball 1. So with the winds blowing out of the south, that is blowing more or less across the diamond from first to third, and it is steady at about 10 miles per hour right now as David Edwards takes a called strike, evens the count 1-1. Cram comes home. Edwards gets under this one. If it stays on the playing surface, Hornberger could have a chance, but the ball will just carry foul into the bullpen down that right field side. So in the GRBL, the home team traditionally has the third base dugout, so that's where the Mavericks are today. The Mountain Ducks are in the visitors' dugout in the first base side. Ball and 2 strikes to David Edwards. And now Cram will step off. The lead runner, Thomas Brand, will retreat back. Cram comes set again from the chest. Breaking pitch. Edwards fouled it off. Looked like he might have caught himself on the foot there. So Ryan Cram works predominantly off of a 4-seam fastball. So that's honestly something you don't see a lot here in the Grip and Rip because, you know, a lot of guys just frankly don't have the zip for that, but Ryan Cram does. He's also got a slider. Pretty good breaking pitch. David Edwards pushes one through to left field. Brand turns at third and comes for home. Throw is cut off. Rycraft retreats, and it is 1-0 Mountain Ducks. Thomas Brand slides across on his belly. It's an RBI base hit for David Edwards. 1-0. So here is Tyler Jones. Into that left-handed batter's box he goes out of University City High School, the St. Louis native, trying to make a little bit of GRBL history perhaps. Did he do it? Into the hole at shortstop. Welsh will hold. And depending on how that is scored, are we going hit or are we going... That is a hit. That is the 50th base hit in the career of Tyler Jones. An infield single to the shortstop. But it loads the bases for his manager, Austin Kendrick. Tyler Jones with hit number 50 in the 2024 season opener. Jones gets some applause as Kendrick hops back into the box. Bases loaded, 1 out. Cram comes home with a curveball, no, and it's even 1-1. Mavericks playing in on the corners, so anything hit to first or third is coming back to home plate. Kendrick sprays it, that's going to get by the diving Hornberger. Rycraft scores, David Edwards up and digging for home, and it's now 3-0 Mountain Ducks. They are using up all the hits in their bats right here in this opening salvo. 3-0 their lead. Try to put another quarter in the carousel. Runners on the corners. It's Clay Odell. So Clay Odell, sponsored by Sermons on the Mound Ministry, and that is a ministry he started this past off-season. Odell, a veteran of the United States Marine Corps, and a product of Ozark Christian College, where he played baseball down in Arkansas. Second-year man, played for the Nixa Suckers last year, 2 for 11 with a triple and a run scored. Battled through a little bit of injury, but showed off a very powerful set of hands. And a pretty quick set of wheels to go with it. So first and third, 1 out. Mountain Ducks with a 3-0 lead. We are in the top of the first inning. Odell ducks out of the way of ball 2. Swing and a miss there as Cram got Odell to chase a slider. Two and two now. Fastball swung on, lifted. That's going to tail up and out of play. Somebody's going to get themselves a 50-cent foul ball out of that deal. And yes, that is, should mention that, courtesy of Bank of Missouri. Any foul ball returned to the home dugout is redeemable for a couple of shiny quarters. Kids 12 and under get in free. So you don't have to be an accountant to know. Bring your kiddo to the ballpark. He or she can come out ahead at the end of the day. Ryan Cram wants a new baseball. He will get it. Clay Odell has worked it full, 3 and 2. Cram misses outside, and that walk will load the bases. Still 1 out. Batter for the Mountain Ducks is the number 8 hitter, Kyle Carpenter, a left-hander out of John Wood Community College. He's originally from St. Charles, Missouri, who now resides in Springfield. Had a good campaign for the Republic Locos in 2022, predominantly playing first base and a little bit of outfield. He was 10 for 32. Carpenter sprays this one to the shortstop. Welsh will throw to third for 1. Lewis will just hang on, and Tyler Jones comes across to make it 4-0 Mountain Ducks on the fielder's choice. So 4-0, and the batter is going to be the catcher, Hunter Knapp. He's a 28-year-old rookie, actually recruited into this league by his friend Kyle Carpenter, so pretty cool story there. He's originally from Indiana, South Bend, where he went to South Bend Riley High School. Hunter Knapp showed some promise a week ago in the GRBL preseason jamboree. Chops this one to third. Lewis won't get it. Welsh in the hole, but he's got no place to go with the baseball. So Hunter Knapp is aboard. And the bases are chucked with 2 outs. So the number 10 hitter in the order is Colton Simons, the rookie out of Republic, Missouri. He's originally from Nevada, where he went to Shadow Ridge High School. Just moved to Republic. He's played some ball in MSBL associations in the Las Vegas Metro. And the thing about living in a town like that is, a lot of people want to play tournaments because, Las Vegas. So Colton Simons got to play a lot of ball out there, but is excited about being in Southwest Missouri and being in the Grip and Rip. He's brought his family to a lot of, to workouts, to tryouts, to the preseason jamboree. So it's not just Colton, it's pretty much the whole clan is excited about this one as he takes a called strike on the outer half. Ryan Cram throwing from the full wind with the bases loaded, 2 outs. There's another called strike, caught the bottom of the zone. Little cheese at the knees there, and the count is full for the rookie Colton Simons. Cram comes home with a payoff. Simons spoils it. That's going to carry well up and out of play into the parking lot, so we'll set up and do it again. It is 4-0, an avalanche of hits, 5 of them for the Mountain Ducks on this first trip through the order. That's a heck of a way to start a season. Runners go. Simons pokes this one into the outfield. This is going to be big trouble. Odell scores. That's 1 more. Carpenter is across. 1 more time. Yes, sir. No play at the plate. 3 runs. A 3 RBI base hit for the rookie Colton Simons. And the Mountain Ducks now lead 7-0. Well, Colton Simons did a great job taking what was given there from Ryan Cram. Reached out, poked that baseball over the first baseman's head. A little bit of that Oppo energy. 7-0. Thomas Brand, the leadoff man, bats for the 2nd time this inning. 2 outs, 1 runner on. That's Simons at first. Cram serves one up that gets over the head of the second baseman, Rennie. And so Thomas Brand is now 2 for 2 lifetime. He's 2 for 2 this inning, folks. The parade of hits is flying out from all angles, it seems. And for the moment, Mavericks, nothing doing. They need Ryan Cram to just get them out of this inning, give them a chance to regroup. Skylar Henson bats. He laid down a sacrifice bunt his first time up. 1st and 2nd, 2 out. And Henson, a capable hitter, usually a guy who's good to go something like 9 hits in 9 games per season. That one is lifted into center field. Back to get that is Emery. He makes the catch, and for the Mavericks, the inning is mercifully over, but not before the Ozark Mountain Ducks put a crooked number on the board. 7 is that crooked number, to be exact, and they do it on 8 hits. A parade for the Mountain Ducks. 2 hits for Thomas Brand, RBIs for David Edwards, Austin Kendrick, Kyle Carpenter, and Colton Simons. It got uglier than a pair of bowling shoes for Moon City. They will try to regroup when we come back.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
An onslaught of hitting, running, and scoring by the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Do not attempt to adjust your device. It really is 7-0 as we get ready to start the bottom of this first inning. The GRBL season just barely underway, and the Mountain Ducks are up big on the Mavericks, 7-0. Well, here is Skylar Henson taking the mound for the first time in 2024 out of Marionville, Missouri. He went to 1 year at North Arkansas College and then finished out his college career at NCAA Division I, Arkansas Pine Bluff. He is a GRBL Hall of Famer for his career, the all-time leader, 212 innings pitched, 66 earned runs, 192 strikeouts to 88 walks. It is a 2.79 career ERA for the Marionville Comet. Skylar Henson. Well, here's Ryan Cram, the Mavericks pitcher. No time like the present to start digging yourself out of the hole, and Cram, a capable hitter, as Skylar Henson threw him a sidearm fastball to start the party inside ball one. Cram, 6 for 22. He hit .273 with Nixa as a rookie in 2023. Watch that slider bend into the zone for a strike, and it's 1-1. That's outside. Mountain Ducks in the outfield, left to right, playing Tyler Jones, Colton Simons, and Kyle Carpenter. On the infield, it's David Edwards at third, the rookie Logan Rycraft at shortstop, Thomas Brand is at second base, and Austin Kendrick, the player manager, at first. Hunter Knapp catching the balls and strikes from pitcher Skylar Henson. That one's in the parking lot, and it's 2-2. 7-0 Mountain Ducks, bottom of the first. Definitely did not expect Ozark to come out that hot. Henson winds and fires. Took a little something off that breaking ball, and it's outside the zone, 3-2. So Cram works it full. That's going to be important for the Mavericks as this thing goes on. Don't swing at anything bad. Slightly closed right-handed batting stance for Ryan Cram. Oh, and he goes down looking. Well, Cram obviously felt like that was down and beneath the zone, but the plate umpire Brian Lozano felt otherwise. One down, and it's going to bring up Brady Welsh for City. 29 years old, out of Arkansas State University. He was a pitcher in the Atlanta Braves minor league system in 2018, forgoing a senior year at Arkansas State to sign a free agent deal with Atlanta. Played in the minors, but ultimately problems with his right throwing shoulder and the need for surgical repair spelled the end of his professional career. So he broke into the GRBL in 2021. He's been with us now headed into this, his 4th season. Swung and missed there, chasing a Skylar Hinson slider. So just like that, the old Marionville Comet, the league's all-time leader in strikeouts, back to his old tricks. 2 for the season, 194 for his career. Skylar Hinson's been with this league since its 2nd season. He was not old enough to play in the inaugural year in 2016 rather. Skylar was finishing out at Pine Bluff, but graduated college, came to this area, went to work in the banking industry, and found himself playing ball straight away. So Tony Lewis, the former Mountain Duck, watches a pitch from Hinson go low. He's worked at 2-0. Tony originally from Springfield, Missouri, where he went to Glendale High School. Split his college career between Missouri State and Division II Drury University. Played in the Inter-County Baseball League in Toronto for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Played overseas in France for the Bois-Guillaume Woodchucks. And played professionally in the Can-Am with the Quebec Capitals in 2004. Swing and a miss there. It's Tony Lewis, the founder, the commissioner. They call him the Godfather here in the GRBL. It was his willingness to do a little bit of organizational work that got this thing going with 4 teams. In 2016, laces this one to center. Simons on the run, but he makes the catch. So the Mavericks, trailing by 7, go 3 up, 3 down, and the Marionville Comet off to a good start for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. It is 7-0. Ozark will come to bat when we come back. It's Grip and Rip Baseball, brought to you by Henry's Towing and by Bank of Missouri.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. The best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Rance Berger back with you live at Meador Park, where the Ozark Mountain Ducks put up a crooked number in the first inning to lead the Moon City Mavericks 7-0 here in the early going of this GRBL season opener. Ryan Cram back to the hill for City. He will face Logan Rycraft, David Edwards, and Tyler Jones. AK Austin Kendrick will come to the dish should anyone manage to reach safely. Logan Rycraft took a walk his first time up. Watched a ball bounce low, ball 1. Don't forget, coming up later today at 3 o'clock, it's the Nixa Suckers and the Branson Showmen in a GRBL South Division tilt. And then at 6 o'clock on Baseball Night in the Ozarks, the Republic Locos take on the Springfield Metropolitans. Rycraft looked at a strike on the outer half, chatting away with the plate umpire, Brian Lozano, a little bit there. Back in, swings and squares up for this one. That is the first base hit in the career of Logan Rycraft, and a nice piece, trickling one into left field to get aboard. So the Mountain Ducks keep the hits going. That is their 9th on the day. It'll bring up David Edwards. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a run batted in. David Edwards excited to be back with this Ozark club. It's the first time he's not been snatched up by somebody else in the draft, and that's because he's Ozark's franchise player. So 40 hits now in the career of David Edwards. He is 40 for 96 lifetime. It's hard to believe when you look at David Edwards, look at the way he's built his body out as a grown man. He was actually a two-way player and a very effective pitcher as a high schooler. Grew up in part of the St. Cloud, Florida, the Disney sprawl, if you will, in the central part of the state. So I went to St. Cloud High School. He's a 3-time MVP and a 3-time Pitcher of the Year for St. Cloud. Did a couple of years of junior college baseball at Polk Community College in Winter Haven, Florida. Had a .424 on-base percentage at that level. And pitched 31 innings in his career. Had a 2.32 ERA, so not bad. Pitched some when he went to the big time at James Madison University. But by then was more so honing his skills as a hitter and a defender. Really found success straight away in grip and rip in 2021 with Republic. Broke in and hit .351 that year with 13 hits. That was 2021. So Edwards has an even count here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 runner on. That's Rycraft at first. Rycraft goes, and Edwards chops this one foul past the Moon City dugout on the third base side. Umpire walked out to go say something to Cram. Definitely not the ideal start he would have wanted by any stretch. But with the way this Mavericks roster is constructed, he's just going to have to battle here. There's a pickoff throw. Hornberger skies up to haul it out of the air. Rycraft back safely. Cram very conscious of the speedy Logan Rycraft with nobody out. Comes home, Edwards chops this one left side. Lewis throws to second. No, he doesn't. It's in the outfield. And that error will allow Rycraft to advance to third. Creates first and third, nobody out for Tyler Jones. Goes without saying, but I guess I'll say it anyway. When you're down by 7 runs, can't afford to do that. Mavericks looking like just a moon-sized ball of jitters right now. It's Tyler Jones, newest member of the league's 50-hit club. Got the 50th base hit of his career, first time up, so he's 1 for 1 today. An infield single deep in the hole to the shortstop. 1-0 here is a fastball inside on the shins. Jones got out of the way safely. Very short leads from both base runners as this is popped into left. Juarez over to get it for Moon City. He's got it. Runner tags. And Rycraft will score. No problem. 8-0 Mountain Ducks. Sacrifice fly in the books for Tyler Jones. And he is the league's all-time leader in RBIs for a reason. So here's Austin Kendrick, who is 1 for 1. One and 0 to Kendrick, an original 60 member who has been managing in this league since its 2nd season, so this will be his 8th year skipping clubs in the GRBL. 35 hits for AK's career. He was 6 for 20 a season ago with the Ducks, 6 RBIs, so he's a third of the way to already matching that total in just the 2nd inning of 2024. 1-2 pitch to Kendrick. Swung on, fouled back. Well, he's a great story. Went to Parkview High School, played basketball and baseball, and was set to go to play at the junior college level. However, a testicular cancer diagnosis put a stop to his college baseball career before that even got rolling. He underwent treatments instead. Went on to go to Missouri State, played some baseball at the club level, and went on to become a teacher and a coach. Started out at Parkview, his alma mater. He's now at Reed's Spring, just south of Springfield, down in Stone County, and is the head coach of the boys basketball team. 2-hopper to short. Mavericks get one. They turn to Welsh, to Rennie, to Hornberger. The 6-4-3 double play gets the Mavericks out of the inning, but not before the Ozark Mountain Ducks scratch one more on the board. It is 8-0 on a single by Rycraft and a sacrifice fly off the bat of Tyler Jones. Mavericks will look to answer right after this.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Appreciate everyone tuning in here on the league's YouTube channel. We have a lot of fun here on the platform, so if you're new to the Grip and Rip Baseball League, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to earn some extra brownie points. Go ahead and hit the old thumbs up for the like button. That helps us be able to afford stuff like food and beverages while we're up here in the press box at Meador Park. Today's game directed by Derek Saiko, executive producers Harrison Waters and Tony Lewis. My name is Rance Berger, bringing you the action all season long here in the GRBL, the first 3 weeks here at Meador Park, and then we'll move to Ozark Mountain Sports Complex. Same crew will bring you the action throughout this 9th season. Michael Barnes has the first hit of the campaign for the Moon City Mavericks, and it's a nice piece out into right field. And so Barnes is on, trying to start something here for City. Well, here's Joe Juarez, back in the league after taking a year off. Out of Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Very versatile player, can really set up just about anywhere he's needed. He's the starter in left field today. He was a college outfielder at KCK, but predominantly in the Grip and Rip, he's been used either as a pitcher or as a utility infielder. He can play some shortstop, can play all the infield positions more or less. One of those guys who could probably play all 9 in one game if the circumstances were right. We may see him on the mound before the day is over, but that's a base hit for Juarez and the Mavericks. Runner Michael Barnes will hold up at second, so it's first and second. Back-to-back base hits, and a little something is cooking for the Space Cowboys. It's going to bring up their franchise player, the center fielder, out of Truman State University, Joe Emery, a native of St. Peters, Missouri, now lives in Springfield. He went to Francis Howell Central High School, then St. Louis Community College Forest Park, had a .321 average in JUCO, and then went to Truman State, where his on-base percentage was up at .300. They're Division II, the Harvard of the Midwest. Make no mistake, Joe, certainly there for some baseball, but there for academics as well. They do not teach rocks for jocks at Truman State. He actually has a master's degree in kinesiology from SIU Edwardsville. Broke into the league in 2019 and has been in the league ever since. This is his third consecutive season to play for the Mavericks. Would like to tick his batting average up a touch. He was 5 for 30 last year. That's 167. Makes up for it with the glove. This is in the air to left. Jones running in. He will make the catch to retire Emery for the first out. Well, when it comes to Mavericks who are excited to play for this particular club, look no further than Adam Barton out of Hillcrest High School. Actually lives in the part of Springfield that was old Moon City back in the day. 2015 Dave Dickensheet Pitcher of the Year by the Springfield Leadoff Club, second year in the GRBL. 6 for 14 with Nixa a season ago. Was the conservation ecologist Adam Barton. Got that degree from Missouri State. Now actually works for the United States federal government, making sure that ecology grant funds are spent as they are intended and that our tax dollars are not wasted. This is in the air to center field. Colton Simons, whoa, misread. Or maybe he was just showing off, I do not know, but had to take 2 quick steps back and reach over his shoulder to haul that one in. Cancel the heart attack as Barton is out. Mavericks down to their last out here in the bottom of the second, and the catcher Devin Phillips stands in. Well, Phillips undoubtedly one of the best defensive backstops in the league, but he can stick it as well. He was 11 for 26 with the Mountain Ducks a season ago. It's his third year, first time to play out of the Ducks uniform. Combined 19 hits through his first 2 seasons. This is sounded like a broken bat. It's flared and hauled in by the second baseman Thomas Brand. So Moon City got a back-to-back hits and then a couple of flyouts and a pop-out. Balls in the air spell doom for the Mavericks. They trail the Ozark Mountain Ducks 8-0. We'll bring you inning number 3 right after this.
Your local Hotsy dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine Hotsy parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local Hotsy dealer to see why nothing cleans like a Hotsy.
Ryan Cram goes back to work on the pitcher's mound for Moon City, just trying to stabilize the bleed. The Mavericks trail 8-0 to the Ozark Mountain Ducks, who batted around in the first inning. But it is a long game. Each of these teams will have to use at least 3 different pitchers today. That is because there is not a pitch count, but an innings limit in grip and rip baseball. A pitcher may go no more than 3 innings. However, a team may designate one pitcher with what's called the 3+ tag. That pitcher may go a maximum of 5, and it does not have to be the starting pitcher. I would imagine in this case, just kind of knowing what I know about the way the rosters are built, both the Mountain Ducks and the Mavericks planned to use their starters for the first 5 innings today. But we will wait and see how that all shakes out. Clay Odell swings at strike one from Ryan Cram to get us going here in the third. It'll be Odell, Carpenter, and Hunter Knapp for Ozark this inning. It's the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the order. Another extra rule, if you're unfamiliar with the GRBL, is the extra hitter rule. Teams may or may not use, it's basically like a second DH, but they don't function replacing any fielders. Both teams opted to do it today to employ the extra hitter, so they are using a 10-man batting order, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to have an EH. So sometimes teams will use a 9-man batting order. It is the manager's discretion. So Clay Odell went down on strikes, and the batter is Kyle Carpenter, who sends one up the middle. That's going to get through. Kyle Carpenter has his first base hit of 2024, and he is aboard here in the third with one out. And he is on for Hunter Knapp, South Bend, Indiana kid, 28 years old and a veteran of the armed forces, served in the United States Army, attained the rank of sergeant. He's a non-commissioned officer. 1-0 to Hunter Knapp. Big kid from Indiana, wears number 18. Swung and missed at a Ryan Cram slider. Cram comes set. From just below the sternum, brings that breaking ball home. Knapp watched it go by for a called strike two. And the prevalence of breaking balls, something rookies have to get adjusted to when they come out here to play in the GRBL. You know, at the high school and the college level, predominantly, you're going to see a lot of fastballs. Typical sequence might be something like fastball, fastball change, or fastball, fastball curve, but in this league it's going to be more like slider, slider, fastball. There's a lot of what they call pitching backwards here in the grip and rip. Chopper to short. Welsh throws to Rennie for one. He will hang on and opt not to go for the double play, so a 6-4 fielder's choice. It's going to bring up Colton Simons. Started off his GRBL career about as well as one can without hitting it out of the stadium. A 3 RBI base hit in the first. That made it 7-0 at the time. Ducks have since added a run, so it's 8-0. 2 gone here in the top of the third. Colton Simons is the number 10 hitter in the order. Cram goes wild with the fastball, and that will send the pinch runner Ernie Perkins up to second. Courtesy runners, that's another rule the GRBL employs. It is allowed for pitchers and for catchers. That is in the interest of speeding the game along. So the Mountain Ducks have opted to do just that, running Ernie Perkins here in the stead of Hunter Knapp, and then Knapp will be free to re-enter the game without any kind of penalty for the bottom of the third. Here's a chopper off the bat of Simons. Brady Welsh up with it, throws across. Hornberger hangs on no problem. And the Mavericks put a donut on the board for the first time today. Score remains Ozark Mountain Ducks 8, Moon City Mavericks nothing. We'll go to the bottom of the third after this. We'll say a big thank you to the league's title sponsor, that is Henry's Towing. When you're in a jam on the side of the road, remember, you've got to let Henry do it. And we'll also thank our law partner, Tolbert Beetle.
I'm William Beetle from Tolbert Beetle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters: you. At Tolbert Beetle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beetle, when you need justice.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
The old Marionville Comet, Skylar Hinson back to work for the Ozark Mountain Ducks, protecting an 8-run lead. He'll get his first looks at Carter Rennie and Sam Hornberger for the Mavericks, and then they'll go back to the top of the order for Ryan Cram. Carter Rennie out of Licking, Missouri, about to kickstart his 3rd year here in the Grip and Rip. It's the first time he has not played for the Branson Showmen following the retirement of the Showmen's former skip Cole Rourke. And the new gaffer for the Showman, Jacob Carlson, Carter's former teammate, just unable to get a hold of Rennie in the draft. He went to Daniel England's Mavericks instead. So Carter from Licking, Missouri, makes a pretty good jaunt in order to be here on a weekly basis. Sounded like he might have broken his bat, but this is flared nicely into center field. That's going to drop down for a base hit for Rennie. Had 5 hits with the Showman a season ago, but he is 1 for 1 here in 2024. He is on for Sam Hornberger, a rookie from Springfield, Missouri, went to Glendale High School, graduated in 2019, where he was a second-team all-conference infielder. Went to Missouri State, attained a business management degree. Was working for Tony Lewis's own Bank of Missouri, but was recently stolen away by the Cintas Corporation. Looked at strike one. He's 0-1. Rennie dives back after a check throw from Hinson. Carter with the Mavs down 8-0 rather. Could be a threat to try to steal as Hornberger chases a slider that Hinson made him miss. It is 0-2. Big open right-handed stance from Sam Hornberger, the former Glendale Falcon. Breaking ball, Hornberger went up with it, changing levels. This is into shallow left. No, that's going to get down foul before Jones or Rycraft had a shot at a play. So Sam stays in the hunt. Likely been away from baseball for a while. It's always interesting to see rookies come back into this league. You know, how long it takes them to get the feel for the pitching here, the sense of timing, just playing ball again. Hornberger goes down on strikes. That is 3 in the game for Skylar Hinson. Back to the top of the order now. Go the Mavericks. And the batter is Ryan Cram. So 1 out. It's an 8-0 lead for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. We're in the bottom of the 3rd, so plenty of baseball for the guys in red. Mavericks fans, don't despair. And in the GRBL, as we saw in the first, the big one can happen at any time. Hinson laughing at something that was said as he and the first baseman Austin Kendrick really working to hold the runner Carter Rennie. Got Ryan Cram to swing at a change. Be 0-1 as Hunter Knapp resets the mask. Wears the two-piece get up. The helmet with the catcher's mask. Hinson tried a slider that's out of the zone. Looked to be outside for the right-handed Ryan Cram. That is a called strike on the outer half, so that makes it 1-2. Cram back in. Went out and reached for it, but just too much dip on a Skylar Hinson slider. His fourth strikeout of the day, and it gets Ryan Cram. Brady Welsh went down swinging his first time up. Number 14 in his third year with Moon City, fourth year in the grip and rip. Best season with the bat in his hand, most certainly his rookie year in 2021 with the Nixa Suckers. He was 14 for 38 with a 400 on base percentage. Sort of come back down to earth since then, but he's a potent hitter and has looked the part throughout the preseason. Now that it's for real, we'll see. He's down 0-2 here. 26 base hits in 3 seasons for Brady Welsh. Lifts this one way out to right. This is Clay Odell running in to get it. He makes the catch for out number 3. So a base hit for Carter Rennie, but nothing doing for the Mavericks, and the score remains Ozark Mountain Ducks 8, Moon City Mavericks nothing. We'll go to the 4th.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
I don't always pay attention to the games going on with the crowd between the innings, but I saw a young man moonwalk with Crocs on. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So Ryan Cram back to the hill for the Moon City Mavericks. 8-0 is the score. Ozark Mountain Ducks out in front as we get ready to start the 4th. Back to the top of the order go the Mountain Ducks. So Thomas Brand, Skylar Hinson, and Logan Rycraft will get their swings in this inning. Thomas Brand, the rookie out of State Fair Community College. First team All-Conference and All-District at Glendale High School here in Springfield, Missouri, where he hit 400. Long tradition of athletes named Brand playing for the Glendale Falcons. His father, Kurt, who's also on this Mountain Ducks roster. Not a starter today, but we'll likely see action before this one is over. Kurt was a track man who played a little bit of baseball at Glendale as well, and then in my mind, perhaps the best Brand family athlete was actually Emma Brand, and a volleyball player. Predominantly an outside hitter, but really a good all-around the rotation player for the Glendale Falcons, who are playing some pretty good volleyball in the late 2000 teens. Here's a ground out to the third baseman, Tony Lewis. Mavericks sort of muck up throwing around the horn when that was over, but they got the one that counted, and that was getting Thomas Brand. So that'll bring up the pitcher Skylar Hinson, who's 0 for 1 today. Flew out to center field in the first. Laid down a sacrifice bunt in the very early going as part of that 7-run rally. Looks at a slider for a strike, so Ryan Cram giving Skylar Hinson a little bit of a taste of his own there. Cram came back with a four-seam fastball, missed inside. Ball and a strike for the Marionville Comet with 1 out, nobody on. Cram tried him off speed again, but that's out of the zone. Hinson went upstairs with it. This is in the air center field. Emery makes the catch. Joe Emery for the second out. And the batter is Rycraft, 1 for 1, a single and a walk. Scored 2 runs, so that's not bad. Get to cross home plate every time you get on, more or less. We'll see how he does with 2 outs here. Fastball from Cram, Wiley, or Rycraft rather, turned on it. Got the wrong Logan there. Logan Wiley will be in action for the Nixa Suckers later. This is Logan Rycraft for the Mountain Ducks. Nothing in 2 following that foul ball. 2 outs. Cram tried a fastball, missed low. See if he comes back with the slider this time. Yes, he does. Rycraft was ready for it. It's in the air to right, running in and making the catch on the run is Adam Barton for Moon City. So 3 up, 3 down there for Ryan Cram and the Moon City Mavericks. It's not quite getting to be desperation time, but make no mistake, City needs to find its offense. Pronto, they are trailing 8-0. Mavericks will try when we come back.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
Burger back with you live at Meador Park, where the Ozark Mountain Ducks lead the Moon City Mavericks 8-0 in the 4th. So, as expected, both clubs using the 3+ inning designation on their starting pitchers today. We saw the Mavericks do it with Ryan Cram in the top of the 4th, and the Ozark Mountain Ducks following suit with the Marionville Comet Skylar Hinson here in the bottom of the 4th. So what this means, each team will still have to make a minimum of 2 Henry's towing pitching changes before this one is over, and any pitcher who enters the game from this point forward for either club will be limited to no more than 3 innings of work. And yes, the inning in which a pitcher enters the game, counts as a full one. So it doesn't matter if a reliever comes on with 2 outs and throws 1 pitch to get the last out, that still counts as a full inning. There's an unassisted put out there for the first baseman Austin Kendrick on a grounder by Tony Lewis. Starting the festivities here in the bottom of the 4th, and the batter is Michael Barnes. Singled his first time up, out into right field. So Mikey B looking to improve on 1-for-1. Swing and a miss there at 1 in the dirt. So he is from Springfield, Missouri, went to Kickapoo High School, went the junior college route to Fort Scott, Kansas, where he played for Fort Scott Community College, and then went to Drury University. He was predominantly a pitcher throughout his college career, so I was rather intrigued, to say the least. Michael Barnes showed up for his first GRBL tryout in 2022 with a bat bag and was, gloving up, looking like he was very excited about getting 2 hits. Down on strikes he goes there as Henson got him looking with a slider. That is 5 strikeouts now for Skylar Henson. That is 197 in his career, so we are watching closely as Henson will try to become the first player in the history of this league to reach 2 bills. Joe Juarez sends one down the left field line, thinking extra bases, running against, nope, he's going to put the brakes on. Tyler Jones, the left fielder, did a nice job of stopping Juarez from taking anything more than a single. So Juarez is 2 for 2 on the day, and here's the other Joe, Joe Emery from Moon City. Truman State University grad. They worked through the off-season on the contact hitting game, but it's pretty hard to simulate the Skylar Henson slider in a batting cage. Emery ahead 1-0. Henson came back, missed inside, slapped his own chest to tell catcher Hunter Knapp, yeah, my bad. Two-0 here. That's inside, make it 3-0. Next offering will deliver the walk. 4 straight balls, and Joe Emery is aboard for City. It's going to move a man up into scoring position, Juarez from second base, so it's first and second, 1 out, and the batter for Moon City is Adam Barton. A little bit of shuffling defensively to tell you about here. Thomas Brand has gone to center field for the Mountain Ducks. Clay Odell is in right. It's actually his second inning out there. So the EH and the right fielder Carpenter swap, I believe, is how that substitution worked. So Odell is in right field, and Brett Gallion has come on to play second base. Oh-1 to Adam Barton. Henson from the chest. Looked like a 2-seam fastball down and out of the zone. Evens the count. Back across the plate he goes with the slider for a called strike, and Adam Barton will now have to protect. 2 runners on, 1 out for the Mavericks, trailing by 8 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Henson's pitch, Barton went upstairs with it, chopped it foul. Slick hands there by Evan Barnett for the Mavericks, who's the backup catcher, but right now is coaching first base. So we'll do another 1-2. It's the 5th pitch of the plate appearance for Adam Barton. That went Inside, that hit him. Barton selling a slider off his elbow to load the bases. Sometimes that happens for Skylar Henson when the slider just doesn't hook up as it is designed to do. So they are loaded with one gone. Excellent opportunity for the Mavericks, trailing with Devin Phillips coming to the plate. In 11 hits in 10 games for Phillips a season ago with the Mountain Ducks. Trying to do a little damage to his old team here, and now time is called. It was the catcher Knapp asking for it first. Now Henson is ready. Phillips was too, just got under it a little bit as that is fouled back. Well out of play into the parking lot. Hopefully no one has to call Henry's towing as a result of that ball. 0-1 to Phillips. No, low and away. So bases loaded, one out. Henson takes a long look in before the full wind to Knapp. Misses one outside. So Henson really does everything off of two pitches, a fastball and a slider. But what he does do is mix speeds and mixes arm slots so that it looks like a much more complete arsenal than it really is. And in that wild pitch allows Joe Juarez to come across the plate, and the Mavericks are on the board. It is now 8-1 for the Mountain Ducks. The other runners advance on the wild pitch. So that means first base is unoccupied. 3-1 the count to Devin Phillips. Henson comes home. Phillips cranks this one to the shortstop. Rycraft's throw is not in the glove of Austin Kendrick. Mavericks will score 2. And Devin Phillips cleans the bases in that at-bat. It is now 8-3. We will go E6. But the Mavericks will take it. It is now a 5-run ball game. Chase Cruz comes on to run for the catcher, Devin Phillips. And Carter Rennie, who is 1 for 1 on the day, will look to keep the merry-go-round going with just one out. Fastball for a called strike. Rennie sprays that one foul toward the Ozark dugout. We'll be behind 0-2 when Henson gets the ball back. Fastball swung on, sprayed. Rennie doing a nice job protecting there. Another 0-2. Henson slowed it down. This is popped. Knapp back to the screen looking for it. He hauls it in. I have that as the second out, but everybody else seems to have it as the third. So I suppose we'll go with that, and the 4th inning is over. So 8-3 is the score. Moon City Mavericks trail, but they put a dent in the Ozark lead. Back with more right after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. The risk of losing your hard-earned money to scams is real, especially the scammers sending out fake communications. And that's why we're talking to our Director of Fraud Mitigation, Corey Gerstenschlager. He's got some good practices to help keep your money safe.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, often we're seeing that people are being contacted by scammers through text message, phone calls, or emails, posing as legitimate companies or even your bank, trying to persuade you into providing sensitive information like passwords and things of that nature, sometimes even asking you to send them money. If you receive any kind of communication like this and you didn't ask for it, that's a good red flag that it isn't legitimate. So when you have those situations, get an actual number that you trust for that company, call them and verify the accuracy of the information that you're receiving. Good rule of thumb is make sure to check your accounts frequently and report any suspicious activity.
Thanks, Corey. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well.
Back with you live. I have reconnoitered. I just wasn't looking at a ground out I had written down. So yes, that really was 3 outs. 8-3 is the score. Ozark Mountain Ducks lead the Moon City Mavericks, and they come to bat here in the 5th. Ryan Cram, the starter, still out there for City. Chopper back to him. Edwards is not going to bother running as Ryan underhands it over to the first baseman, Hornberger, for the first out. Batter is Tyler Jones. 1 for 1 today with a single and a sacrifice fly. TJ has been with the league since it was founded in 2016. 35 runs batted in for his career now. Watches one go by high, 1-0. Mavericks defensively are lined up as they started the game. In the outfield, it's Juarez, Emery, and Barton. As here's a chopper to the second baseman. Carter Rennie up with it. His throw to Hornberger in time for the second out. And then on the infield, Sam Hornberger at first, Carter Rennie at second, Tony Lewis is at third, and Brady Welsh is the shortstop. Still Devin Phillips behind the dish. Still Ryan Cram on the pitcher's mound. The batter for the Mountain Ducks is a pinch hitter, number 13, Kurt Brand. And at 58 years old, the Suit, as he is known, is the oldest active player in the Grip and Rip Baseball League. The rehabilitation manager for Cox Health swung and missed at a four-seam fastball there. So Kurt and Thomas Brand from the Mountain Ducks featured in a package a couple nights ago on KY3 News here in Springfield, Missouri. You can find it on the station's website, I'm sure. It's some good viewing there. They are just the third father-son combination to ever play in the Grip and Rip. Lewis airmails one, and Kurt Brand is on. Got to go E5, but I'm sure Kurt will come up later and try to convince me that that was a base hit. Nonetheless, he's on, and the inning continues for the Mountain Ducks. Kurt once told me, Rance, if I put the ball into play and I reach base safely, that should count as a hit for me. I mean, I appreciate what he's trying to do there, but it sort of flies against conventional scoring. Here's Clay Odell for the Mountain Ducks. Swung on and fouled one to the screen. Sermons on the Mound Ministry is a little thing he started. He's got a Facebook page going. Every Friday he puts out a new video. It's sort of a 5-minute or less miniaturized sermon in the style of a baseball manager visiting the pitcher's mound. Flew out to right field there. Adam Barton hauls it in for the Mavericks, and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 5th with the Ozark Mountain Ducks leading the Moon City Mavericks in this season opener. The score 8-3.
Workplace injury, you can't afford to be financially set back. In Missouri, our workers' compensation laws are found in Chapter 287 of the Missouri statutes. You need an attorney who knows these laws and has worked with them over the past 25 years to help injured workers. The call is free. The results are exceptional. We've won millions of dollars for our clients over the years. Tolbert Beetle, when you need justice.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Human NASCAR on turf with toddlers involved. It is the kids race in the GRBL. And one of the young charges has gotten away from Kevin Robertson, and then he found the wheels. He was outrunning Kevin, trying to take another lap. Yeah, you only get one. Good grief. So nice bit of speed. I think that was the Ozark outfielder Colton Simon's son, who just won himself a GRBL jersey there. We will do that every game, believe it or not. If you have a kiddo who's ever been to a professional game and said, gosh, I always have wondered what it would be like to go on the field, you can do that here in the GRBL. It happens every game. It's either in the 5th or the 6th inning, but you have to be here. You got to be at Meador Park. We are here every Sunday. Taking a look when we have a second here, Skylar Henson throwing here in the 5th. He will have to come out of the game when this inning concludes by league rule, so Anthony Musser and King Owens both getting loose for the Mountain Ducks. Mavericks have a left-hander, Michael Barnes, getting warm. And so it'll be Barnes, no doubt, coming on to throw the 6th. On to more pressing matters. Skylar Henson. The batter he faces is Sam Hornberger, who chases strike one. It'll be Hornberger, Cram, and Welsh. In the 5th for Moon City, trailing by 5 now after putting up 3 runs in the 4th. That's a called strike on the outer half from the plate umpire Brian Lozano. Nothing in 2. Ran one in. Ball 1. This is one hop to the second baseman. Gallion with it. His throw to first, not in time. A slow flare was enough to get Sam Hornberger aboard. So the Mavericks back in business. Ryan Cram at the plate. Ryan today 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. Henson will make a check throw. So Ozark with Clay Odell playing first base. We've got a new right fielder in there as well. I believe that is Perkins. Colton Simon still in center field. They've got Kyle Carpenter playing left. David Edwards still at third. Logan Rycraft at the shortstop spot. Gallion at second base. Odell at first. Hunter Knapp and Skylar Henson still the battery, and Skylar Henson is in his last inning of eligibility for this game. Ryan Cram swung and missed. A change up there. It's 1-2. The more I'm watching the activity in the bullpens, it's going to be King Owens coming on for the Mountain Ducks in the 6th. Cram was late to it, but he made it just enough contact to send that one foul to the screen. And he stays in the hunt. Ball and 2 strikes. Hinson again tried the off speeder, but that's inside. There's not a lot of hook to that. So 2-2 to Cram. Ryan pops this one. It stays on the playing surface. Odell calling for it. Rather loudly, I might add. No doubt a volume he picked up as a professional member of the clergy. So 1 gone. The batter for Moon City is Brady Welsh. Runner over there at first. Still on. That is Hornberger. Breaking ball, swung on, it's in the air to center field. Charging in and sliding to make the catch is Colton Simons. Mountain Ducks, or check that. That is Thomas Brand, excuse me. I announced he was out there and then I forgot he was out there. Thomas Brand making the grab for the second out, and the batter for the Mavericks is Lewis. 0 for 2 today, flew out to center field and then grounded out to first last time. Tony with a left-handed batting stance. With the Mountain Ducks for the last 2 seasons, but it was Moon City and Daniel England going up to get Tony in the GRBL draft. Lewis looked at a strike from Skylar Hinson there. Two and 1 to Lewis. Swung on. That is the way Hunter Knapp went back to the screen, that's going to be charged as a wild pitch. I don't think Knapp ever touched it with the mitt until the ball was off the back wall. So Hornberger moves up into scoring position. Kind of an odd sequence there. Deuces wild for the Godfather. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Hinson looks back at the runner, comes set, comes home. Tony chops it foul first base side. He pulled it. 8-3 our score. Mountain Ducks scored 7 runs in the first inning, batting around. 7 runs on 8 hits that inning. The big one. Now Daniel England, the Mavericks skip, calling time to have a word with his base runner. All right. Dano back in the box. I think he's just telling England, likely telling Hornberger something about Hinson's pickoff move. So we'll do another 2-2-2. 6th pitch of the plate appearance is a ball outside. Lewis played a dangerous game there, but the count is full. Hinson Nods and fires. It's an off-speed pitch, a laser right into the glove of the first baseman, Clay Odell. The threat is neutralized, and the inning is over. We have played 5 relief pitchers on tap in inning number 6 when we come back with the Ozark Mountain Ducks leading the Moon City Mavericks 8-3.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Henry's towing pitching change for the Moon City Mavericks. They go to the pen. It is the left-hander out of Drury University, Michael Barnes. Spent significant time on the pitcher's mound in summer collegiate leagues in and around Springfield, Missouri, as he started off his college career at Fort Scott Community College, then came home to play for the Drury Panthers. In 2023, he only pitched 2/3 of an inning for the Moon City Mavericks, allowing 2 earned runs on 2 hits, 1 strikeout, and he walked 3. His 2022 rookie year with the Mavs, a little bit punchier. 9 1/3 innings pitched, 7 earned on 9 hits, 8 walks, 2 hit batsmen, and a 6.75 ERA. Daniel England, the Mavericks skip, had a frank conversation with Michael Barnes about making sure he's ready to pitch, talk to him about simplifying and dialing in his warm-up routine, and then also just simplifying his approach when he is out there on the mound. Finding what's working, dialing that in, and really concentrating on battling to throw strikes. So it's going to be Kyle Carpenter up first for Ozark this inning. It'll be the 8, 9, 10 hitters, Carpenter, Knapp, and then Simons. Carpenter takes a breaking ball right side. That's going to get past a diving Tony Lewis, who's now playing second base for Moon City, and that's into the outfield. They are going to score that as a hit for the Ducks and a hit for Carpenter, so that makes him 2 for 3 on the day. Hunter Knapp is 1 for 2. So the Mavericks, it looks like, have brought in Chase Cruz to play third base. They have shifted Lewis over to second. Nick Bacon is on and is playing right field. Sticking with Emery in center and Juarez in left. This is poked. That's going to get over the head of the first baseman Hornberger off the bat of Hunter Knapp. Bacon charging in for it. But Moon City not able to do much with that defensively, and just not a lot Michael Barnes could have done. It's just a well-placed bloop for Hunter Knapp. That puts runners on the corners. Batter is Brett Gallion for Ozark, pinch hitting. Gallion came on defensively. Back in the league, having last played in it in 2019. So just a 4-year hiatus for Brett Gallion. And fittingly enough, he's back out here with Austin Kendrick. That was the last GRBL manager he played for with the A&L Electric Shockers. And my goodness, that is an infield single for Gallion. Both the pitcher Barnes and the third baseman Cruz were waiting for that to roll foul, and it never did. Came to rest just inside the line. And the bases are loaded. Not sure what on earth that was, but all right. One and 0 to the Ducks leadoff batter Thomas Brand. Apologies for the distracting noises there. 1-1 now. Barnes got Brand to swing over the top of a curve. Nobody out, infield in. Brand chops this one into play. Barnes off the mound to get it. Comes home. Phillips is there for the out. They get the force out on Carpenter at home. So that keeps another run off the board. Score remains Ozark 8, Moon City 3. Bases are still loaded. And it's a pinch hitter, so this falls in line with him coming on to pitch in the bottom half of this inning. But first, King Owens will bat. Right-hander out of Fordland, Missouri. Making his first appearance in 2024, but certainly not his first appearance in this league. He's been in it since the inception. Was with Moon City in 2023, but it's his second stint with the Ozark Mountain Ducks, having played with the club in 2021 and in 2022. A little bit of a do-everything guy. Predominant for his career on the pitcher's mound here in the GRBL, but King has been working diligently to try to make his bat a little more useful out here. Ahead 3-0. Owens takes a called strike. One out, bases loaded. 3-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Count is full. Barnes from up by his chin brings it home. Owens swung on. Sent that curveball foul off the Moon City dugout. Mikey B again got Owens to swing and miss with the curve. And then the baseball ricocheted off the catcher Devin Phillips, allowing the runner to come across and score. That's Jones, so it is now 9-4 for Ozark. Big out nonetheless for Michael Barnes. But our score 9-3. Apologies, I think I said 9-4. It is 9-3. Batter for the Mountain Ducks is Rycraft. 1 for 2. Rookie out of Northwest Missouri State. One-oh, swung on, hit sharply foul, left field line. Two outs, 1-1. Wind has picked up a little bit here at Meador Park out of the south-southeast. See the players' jerseys flapping a little bit. (11 miles per hour the wind speed. Two and one to Rycraft. Michael Barnes. comes set from the chin. Attacks in on the right-hander with a fastball, 2 inside for the liking of the plate umpire Brian Lozana. And it's 3-1. Sharply hit grounder to third. Cruz up with it for City, and they get the out. So 1 run comes across for the Ducks, but Michael Barnes largely able to prevent that from getting as bad as it could have been. Nonetheless, a run scores, and the lead is back to 6. It is 9-3. Ozark Mountain Ducks in front of the Moon City Mavericks, and back right after this.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
His Royal Highness King Owens ascends to the pitcher's mound for the Ozark Mountain Ducks, trying to protect a 6-run advantage. They lead the Moon City Mavericks 9-3. So King Owens out of Fordland, Missouri, went to Evangel University, actually went to North Arkansas College, then Evangel University. 2023, he pitched 23 innings, allowing 9 earned runs on 21 hits. He struck out 18 and walked 8. It's a 3.52 ERA for the previous season for King Owens. For his career, 90 strikeouts across 129 innings of work. And when it comes to pitching, he's done just about everything one can do in this league. He's been a starter, he's been a middle reliever, as we're seeing today. He's been a closer with previous clubs. As we've said before, he can play outfield and the infield, and he even caught an inning in the preseason jamboree for the Mountain Ducks. So a little bit of everything right now. His job is to protect a 6-run advantage. Michael Barnes absolutely skies one, but a great job by the Ozark shortstop Logan Rycraft, getting over and catching that one just a couple of steps inside fair territory to get the first out of the inning for Owens. Joe Juarez stands in next for City. Joe today 2 for 2. Last batted in the 4th, hit a single. Another one of those guys whose value is truly in his versatility. So this is a fun matchup here. Joe Juarez against King Owens. A couple of versatile veterans who have done a lot in this league, just depending on what their teams need. And it's that kind of approach that helps these guys hang around, help them stay in the league, make them safe in the draft on an annual basis. So Mountain Ducks have a righty warming in the pen. That's Colton Simons. So King Owens maybe for a limited time only. There is a grounder that gets past the third baseman, David Edwards. And So Moon City has something brewing once again. Joe Juarez aboard for Joe Emery. He's changed his walk-up song this season. He walks up to Hey Joe by the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Joe 0 for 1 today, flew out to left field in the second. He drew a walk last time up in inning number 4. Swung and missed there at the slider from Owens. King generally likes to work pretty quickly, so I'm sure he's not exactly enjoying this mound visit from Hunter Knapp right now. But everything Owens does rooted in the two-seamer, and he likes to push pace. At 40 years old, he said, you know, I'm not going to blow the young guys away with pure velocity anymore, but if I get the work rate up, if I change pitch speeds and placements, keep my delivery quick, and just work not to let the hitter get comfortable out there, I can use that to my advantage. He's up 0-2 here on Joe Emery, who stepped out with 2 strikes. Runner on first is Juarez. Owens from the chest. A little cement mixing curveball there is outside for the first ball. The 1-2 swung on. This is hit sharply. That's going to get through for Joe Emery, and into left field it goes. So the Mavericks cooking a little something here. Back-to-back hot shots toward the hot corner. That'll advance Juarez up into scoring position, and the pinch hitter, we saw him on as a defensive sub in the top half of this inning, but it's Nick Bacon. Nick had a good jamboree, had an RBI base hit. Bacon, a resident of Marshfield, Missouri these days, but bounced around a lot as a kid, graduated from Jefferson City High School in the state's capital. Two-sport athlete who played football for the Jays. Has been in the Grip and Rip since its founding. So this, the 9th season in the league for Nick Bacon. He's in the hole here, 0-2 to the veteran King Owens. Watch that one go by inside. Bacon been a big High Sox guy for the last few years. Owens came back with a curve. Bacon over the top of it, and down on strikes he goes. First K on the day for King Owens. It's going to bring up the catcher, Devin Phillips. Phillips 0 for 2. However, he was the batter when the Mavericks' runs were scored back in the 4th. One on a wild pitch, and then Phillips reached base on an error that plated 2 more runs. So 9-3 our score. Ozark Mountain Ducks in front of the Moon City Mavericks. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs, Moon City batting. Runners on first and second. Devin Phillips in the hunt here. Knapp down for the block. Runners will move on up. Scored as a wild pitch. It hit the dirt before it hit any part of Hunter Knapp. Did well to keep it in front, so it kept a runner from being able to go a long way around, but it does put 2 Mavs into scoring position. First base unoccupied for Phillips, who drives it. Edwards misplayed that one. 1 run comes across. That's Juarez. It is 9-4. That will go down as an E5. So no RBI for Devin Phillips, but nonetheless, he continues to live into the old adage, put the ball into play, good things happen. So here's Chase Cruz making his first plate appearance of the day, first one of his career actually, a rookie out of Kickapoo High School, 22 years old. He works for our broadcast sponsor, the Bank of Missouri. David Edwards went to the Mountain Ducks dugout to go get a new baseball mitt. Clearly the other one had trouble, so he's going to give that one a try. Maybe an older piece that's a little bit more broken in to his liking. Simon's continuing to warm in the Ozark pen. I'm sure Mountain Ducks would like for Owens to get Cruz. This is lifted into the outfield. Thomas Brand on the run. Makes the catch. That is out number 3, and the inning is done, but not before the Mavericks scratch a run across. 9-4 is the score, with the Ozark Mountain Ducks still out in front. We head to the stretch inning. Right after this, it's Grip and Rip Baseball, brought to you live and free on YouTube. And a big thanks to one of our sponsors, the Bank of Missouri. Live well, bank well.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Henry's towing pitching change and a full battery swap for the Moon City Mavericks, as a matter of fact. Evan Barnett has come on to catch, and the new mound man is the right-hander out of Kansas City, Kansas Community College, Joe Juarez to the hill. So Joe Juarez, trying to take a look back for his career, 34 2/3 innings pitched here in the league. He's got 21 earned runs, 35 strikeouts, and 13 walks. It's a 5.45 ERA. Joe did not play in 2023. Memory serves me correctly here. Works off of a pretty standard arsenal: fastball, slider, changeup. It's definitely part of some big innings for his previous clubs. For example, the Branson Showmen in 2020 and the A&L Electric Shockers way back in the day in 2019. Juarez was really that team's bulldog. He was the guy they would just leave out there, kind of treat him like a crock pot. Just set it and almost forget it, as Ron Popeil used to say. So unclear on what the ask is of Juarez, apart from keep the deficit at 5 runs. It is 9-4. The Ozark Mountain Ducks lead the Moon City Mavericks, and the first batter Juarez faces is David Edwards. Started him off with a ball, and then Edwards gets a base hit into left field. His second hit of the day is a good one. That sets the table for Ozark nicely. So Edwards, 2 hits on the young season. This is Ernie Perkins pinch hitting in the stead of Tyler Jones. Saw Ernie come on as a defensive replacement first as he fouls that one back over the screen, over the press box, and into the parking lot. So Perkins, a rookie, he is from Princeville, Illinois. That is, I do believe, in the metro area of Peoria. Small town, I know that. About 1,700 people live within its confines. About 180 kids go to Princeville High School. And after hours and hours of research, I want you to know, yes, their mascot is the Princes. So Ernie Perkins just finished up his college career at Missouri State. Didn't play baseball, did get a degree in construction management, and now works for a company called Crossland here in Springfield as a field engineer. He's a Dean's Lister, so got ourselves a real live textbook terror here in Ernie Perkins. He's down here 0-2 to Juarez after another foul ball. Runner on first is Edwards, nobody out. Perkins chops this one, it's over Juarez's head. Second baseman Lewis with it for one, throw across, not in time. The speedy Ernie Perkins is safe, but it is one away. Here's Kurt Brand, 0 for 1 on the day, reached on an error. 58 years old, his nickname is the Suit. So the very first year he played in the Grip and Rip was 2020. He was with the Republic Locos. Showed up and tried out, and back in those days, used to have what we call media time and uniforms issued on the same night. So he came back. I guess he had either gone to or was planning to go to a church service that evening, but Brand showed up to get his uniform in a suit. Jacket, tie, dress shoes, the full nine. The nickname was born, and it's just sort of hung around ever since. There's a hot shot back. It's off Juarez's glove, off Lewis's glove. Then a throw from the shortstop back to second is not in time. Perkins is safe. Brand is safe. What are we scoring that, boys? Base hit for Kurt Brand. Let's go. The Suit has a positive batting average. You'll love to see it. Fired a laser through two different gloves. Heck yeah, give him a hit. So the Suit's at first. Perkins is at second for Clay Odell for the Mountain Ducks. Odell 0 for 2, a strikeout and a walk. That is just that play right there, you know, certainly not to take anything away from Brand. But man, just a microcosm of how the day has gone for the Moon City Mavericks. It's just not been their day fielding the baseball. Juarez's next offering to Odell, sent to the third baseman. Chase Cruz steps on the bag for one. His throw across in time, so it's 5-3 double play to get the Mavericks out of the inning. A base hit for the Suit, but nothing doing for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. They still lead it 9-4. Back right after this. It is Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free all day on YouTube.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
Owens back to the work for the Ozark Mountain Ducks at the end of the Sumit's Hot Yoga 7th inning stretch. Looks like it'll be Sam Hordenberger, Ryan Cram, and Brady Welsh this inning for Moon City, barring appearances by any pinch hitters. Trying to look around defensively. Boy, Thomas Brand playing his third position of the day. He is now the third baseman for Ozark, which has Perkins in left field, Odell in center. Not sure who that right fielder is. We'll get a trace on that, but Thomas Brand at third, Logan Rycraft at short, Brett Gallion is at second, and Austin Kendrick has gone back out to first. Still Hunter Knapp behind the plate, and it is still King Owens on the mound. Anthony Musser, the player to be named later, out in right for Ozark. Get it, got it, good. Let's see if I can remember as soon as Sam Hornberger hits one to somebody. So bottom of the 7th, 9-4. It's a 5-run ball game. Moon City trying to just hang around here. It is getting to be close to desperation time. Hornberger unloads that ball down the left field line. It will go foul. Ooh. Ernie Perkins stopping short of the bullpen fence out there. Took a little tumble as he slid to stop his own momentum. Keep himself out of the chain links. So a loud strike off the bat of Sam Hornberger. He's back in. Right-handed batter's box. Open stance. King Owens comes home with a slider. Hornberger pulls it, and that is through. A base hit for the rookie out of Glendale High School. Sam Hornberger is on to start the bottom of the 7th for City. That is his second hit of the day. So Hornberger is now 2 for 3. That comes at a good time. And here's a pinch hitter. This is Jake Thompson, another rookie. Thompson out of Ash Grove, Missouri. 3-sport athlete for the Ash Grove Pirates. Chops one foul that his manager Daniel England decided he didn't want a part of. Thompson, a football player. He was Ash Grove's leading tackler as a defensive back. Played some basketball where he was a physical, quote-unquote, dirty work guy. And then as a baseball player, kind of came up as a utility guy, batted in the middle of the order. Known for being able to move his teammates over just like he moved Sam Hornberger. That is out to center field. Jake Thompson, 1 for 1. Keeping it going for Moon City. That was a patient piece of hitting on the part of Jake Thompson, waiting back on that off-speed pitch from King Owens, getting the barrel to it and driving it straight into center field. So Brady Welsh stands in for City. 0 for 3 on the day. He has flown out twice. Last time it went to the center fielder. First and second, nobody out. Owens from the chest works that one down and in. This one driven to third. Thomas Brand up with it. Steps on the bag for one. Throw across will not get to the first baseman, Austin Kendrick. So a force out at third. Keeps it situation normal. 1 out. First and second. The batter's going to be Tony Lewis. He's 0 for 3 today. Played professionally in the Can-Am League, independent minor league. At that time, in the Can-Am, half of the teams were in the United States, mostly in upstate New York, although there was a club on Long Island, I think, at that time. And then half of the teams were in Canada. So Tony played for Quebec, one of his teammates, Eric Gagne, Cy Young Award winner, and noted French-Canadian. Tony has been a manager in this league, 2 different stints. This is hit sharply down the left field line, just foul. Oh, goodness. Looked good. It looked real good. Little stoppage there as the lead runner, Jake Thompson, ties up one of his spikes. He's back in the ball game. Lewis back in the left-handed batter's box, and here we go. King Owens sets and fires. Got him with the off-speed pitch for strike 2. It's now 2-2. So Owens fighting back after falling behind. Chopped to the right side. Austin Kendrick calls off the help and does it himself. Steps on the bag for the second out of the inning. Runners do move up. So second and third. Michael Barnes is the batter for Moon City. They really can't afford to come away empty-handed here, trailing 9-4. Big time opportunity here with 2 in scoring position. Michael Barnes. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a single and a strikeout. Watches an off-speed pitch go by. Ball 1. Joe Juarez salivating in the on-deck circle. But right now the batter, Owens, must face his Barnes. That's going to get through. Thompson scores. That will cut the deficit to 4. It is 9-5. Mountain Ducks still in front, but the Mavericks still hanging around. An RBI base hit off the bat of Michael Barnes makes it 9-5. And Joe Juarez, with runners on the corners, is 3 for 3 today. 3 singles for Joe. Still looking for his first RBI of the day, however. King Owens sets up from the chest. That is outside, ball 1. Juarez reaches out and chases that one. He sprays it foul. That is out of the stadium and into the parking lot on the first base side. Plenty of good seating in the shade today and every day at Meador Park. That is off the chest of Hunter Knapp. Runner's going to come home. Welsh scores. We've got a 3-run game. It is now 9-6. Tying run now in the on-deck circle for Moon City. And it is the 7th inning. So it is not over yet by any stretch. Looking down the right field line, Mountain Ducks. Bullpen is quiet, but Kyle Carpenter, a lefty, up and pacing. And that is a walk issued to Joe Juarez. So that creates runners on first and second. And now the tying run comes to the plate. It is Joe Emery. And now a conference on the mound. Austin Kendrick coming over from first base. The Ducks player manager. He's going to take the ball from King Owens. See what he does here. Looks like he is calling for his right fielder, Anthony Musser, to come on. And so Musser's job is not going to be to go the distance here. It's just going to be to stop this bleed that the Mountain Ducks seem to be suffering. 2 runs this inning. 2 outs. Or check that. It's going to be a lefty. It's Kyle Carpenter. All right. So Kyle Carpenter is coming on to throw for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. So Kyle Carpenter, native of St. Charles, Missouri, went to high school in nearby O'Fallon at St. Dominic. Played 2 years of college baseball at John Wood Community College, that is in Quincy, Illinois. Broke into the GRBL, really impressing in 2021 at tryouts. Had a good fastball, good changeup, good slider. Broke in with the Nixa Suckers and threw 39 1/3 innings that year. Had a 3.66 ERA, 16 earned runs. He more or less emerged as Nixa's starter by the midpoint of the season and threw a lot of big innings. He was with the Republic Locos the following year in 2022. Pitching load went down as his use in more versatile places as a position player went up. So Carpenter, 2023, did pitch for the Ozark Mountain Ducks, just 6 1/3, 5 earned runs across those innings. He allowed 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, and walked 4. So if Kyle Carpenter can find the strike zone and dial in, he's very good. We are looking to see, the question here is, can he return to form and be more of Kyle Carpenter, the pitcher whom we saw that first year with the Nixa Suckers in 2021. He's been working at the craft. Let's see what he's got. In a sticky situation here, Joe Emery comes to the plate. 2 runners on for the Mavericks, trailing by 3 runs, so Emery would represent the tying run as our score is 9-6. Ozark out in front. Kyle Carpenter comes set from the belt. Ran that one across home plate for a called strike 1. So Skylar Hinson has gone out to play right field for Ozark. Anthony Musser, also a relief pitcher, I believe is the reason for that, starting to get warm in the event of an emergency. Carpenter sets the 1-1 to Emery. Swung on, that's going to get through. It is into left field. Mavericks will send the runner. And it is now a 2-run ball game as Michael Barnes goes second to third to home. An RBI base hit off the bat of Joe Emery comes at an excellent time for the Moon City Mavericks. 9-7. Batter is Nick Bacon. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. A big-time rally here for City. They didn't have to get it all back in this inning, but Space Cowboys certainly doing a job here. Bacon watches a bloopy curveball dip into the zone for a strike from the left-handed Carpenter. So everything's going to break inward. Righties in this league sometimes have a hard time with that. 0-1 to Bacon is a fastball. 4-seamer as it was running in on his hands. So just like that, 0-2. Carpenter and the catcher Hunter Knapp had a little trouble on the exchange there. Nonetheless, Carpenter trying to punch out of this inning and maintain what is now a 2-run lead for Ozark. Went back to that curveball. It is outside. Nicholas Bacon able to lay off. He'll have another. Runner will go for third. That's Carter Rennie pinch running, and then Emery will also motor forward. So into scoring position go the runners. Good stuff there from Carter Rennie, and then Joe Emery, the tail runner, saw that Hunter Knapp passed the ball. So it's 2-2 to Bacon. That ran in, it's off Knapp's glove. Rennie will score. It is a 1-run ball game. The Mavericks clawing back into this thing, taking advantage of mistakes by the Ducks, but also doing well to put it into play. That's got to be said. And some timely hits from Michael Barnes and from Joe Emery. It is 9-8. Runner on third is Emery. Batter is Bacon with 2 strikes, and he walked. So the inning keeps going. Batter is going to be Devin Phillips, the Moon City catcher. So Phillips 0 for 3. He has reached on errors twice. Check that. It is Barnett. Saw the shin guards, figured, oh yeah, it's got to be Phillips, forgetting that Evan Barnett had come on that full battery swap previously for Moon City. So Evan Barnett's first plate appearance of 2024 comes at a big time. Springfield, Missouri native who went to North Arkansas College, played for the Mavericks in 2023, was 3 for 11 in a catching timeshare with Jacob McDaniel that season. Barnett's rookie year was 2022. However, he was sidelined for much of it after suffering a thumb injury in the first inning of the first game. Different story here as he swings over the top of a Carpenter slider. 2 balls and a strike. Still 2 outs. Mavericks absolutely manufacturing runs in a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the 7th. Barnett takes an inside-out swing. It's going to stay on the playing surface. Kendrick able to make the catch in foul territory, and the inning is over, but not before the Moon City Mavericks have themselves a big inning. 4 runs go on the board. It is a 1-run ball game, 9-8. The Ozark Mountain Ducks clinging to the lead.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely the first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Sure, the Ozark Mountain Ducks felt a lot better when the score in this one was 7-0 in the first. It is now 9-8. The Ozark Mountain Ducks trying to hang on here. Joe Juarez goes back to the pitcher's mound for Moon City to get us going in the top of the 8th. It'll be Kyle Carpenter, Hunter Knapp, or check that, Kyle Carpenter, Hunter Knapp, and Brett Gallion this inning for the Mountain Ducks in the 8th. 9-8 is the score. Let's give you a defensive reset here for the Mavericks. It is Evan Barnett behind home plate. Chase Cruz is the third baseman. Brady Welsh stays in at short. Tony Lewis at second base. And Sam Hornberger is at, or check that, Michael Barnes is at first. Here's a high chopper. Joe Juarez makes the throw over to Barnes. That's in time to get the out. So Cruz, Welsh, Lewis, and Barnes left to right across the infield. In the outfield, it's Jake Thompson in left with Joe Emery in center and Nick Bacon in right. So here's Hunter Knapp following the ground out off the bat of Kyle Carpenter. Knapp today 2 for 3. Pair of singles. Sends this one left side to the shortstop. Welsh in the hole. Will have no play. So 3 hits today for Hunter Knapp. And the batter is Brett Gallion. Juarez's pitch to Gallion swung on. That's up the middle. Look what he found. Joe caught that in his pocket just about, and then Brady Welsh didn't step on the bag, then had to tag the lead runner. That was Tyler Jones running for Hunter Knapp. And so, that was a little bit of an unorthodox play, but it got the job done. Fielder's choice 1-6 is how we'll score it. And Thomas Brand steps back in. He's 2 for 4. 2 of his singles both came in inning number 1. Grounded back to the pitcher his last time. Juarez sends a fastball on the outer half. One-0 pitch swung on. Ball gets away from Barnett. That will allow Gallion to go take second. Still 9-8. Ozark Mountain Ducks lead the Moon City Mavericks. This one started out as a laugher. It was 7-0 after the first. Moon City has been steadily chipping away. That's up the middle. Screamer off the bat of Thomas Brand. Gallion coming home. Emery fires to the plate. Barnett's got it. Tag applied. He is safe. Barnett didn't get him. And they do not get the runner at third. He is called safe. So it is now 10-8. Baseball from the center fielder Joe Emery. Looked like it got there in plenty of time. But no tag applied as Brett Gallion was able to run around and make the play. So it goes down in the books as an RBI single off the bat of Thomas Brand. And they lead this thing 10-8. The Marionville Comet Skylar Hinson comes up next. Two outs. Fastball lifted into center. Emery had been playing to pull, has to go over to the right field side, but he makes the catch and the out. Not before Ozark does more damage. Thomas Brand might just have tacked on a very, very important insurance run. 10-8 is the score. Mavericks will try to answer the Mountain Ducks right after this.
Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beetle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beetle, when you need justice.
Mountain Ducks stick with pitcher Kyle Carpenter, protecting a 2-run lead now. It is 10-8. We go to the bottom of inning number 8. Scheduled batters here for City. It'll be Chase Cruz and then Sam Hornberger. Don't forget this one, just the first of 3 games in today's triple header. After this, it'll be the Nixa Suckers taking on the Branson Showmen. And then at 6 o'clock, baseball night in the Ozarks, we will have the Republic Locos taking on the defending Howard Bell Trophy champions, the Springfield Metropolitans. So here's Chase Cruz from Moon City. Flew out to center his first time up. Rookie out of Springfield, Missouri, just 22 years old. Kickapoo High School product. Sat back and watched the breaking ball go by for a called strike 1. Cruz fouled that one back. So Colton Simons has come on, or returned to the game rather. Playing center field for Ozark. They've got Skylar Henson, or Clay Odell rather, is in right. Skylar Henson's at second base. Brand stays in at third, and Logan Rycraft is the shortstop. There's a strikeout looking for Chase Cruz. And with the Mavericks down 2 runs, you've really got to think about dancing with what got him here and get the ball into play. So Sam Hornberger struck out his first time. He has since hit a pair of singles, an infield single and then a no-doubter out into left. So he's 2 for 3. Trying to keep it going. That is into foul territory rather. First base side. The lefty, Kyle Carpenter, in protect mode for the Mountain Ducks. 1-1. Been a high-scoring one, no doubt. 18 runs. 26 hits between the two teams. 16 for Ozark, 10 for Moon City. Also 5 errors in this ball game, so definitely not a dominant day for pitching, but a big day for folks who like to see some offense and like to see the ball get put into play. Carpenter sets up and throws a curve outside. 2-2. Looked like the Carpenter knuckleball. He's been known to send one of those on occasion. That was not a knuckler, that was a heater. This is lifted into shallow right into the trouble spot, and it's Skylar Henson coming up with it. Austin Kendrick was also making a play for it. But the ball does stay off of the carpet, and that is the second out for the Mountain Ducks. 2 outs, nobody on. Batter is Jake Thompson, 1 for 1, singled in the 7th as part of a big 4-run rally for Moon City. Thompson watches a knuckler go by. Jake crowds in, right-handed stance, not leaving much room between his toes and the white line on the inside of the box. 1-1 to Thompson. That's inside. It's 2-1. Carpenter kicks and deals. Another breaking pitch. Thompson sends a slow hopper to Brand, but his throw is in time. Kendrick picks it. Big time. 3 up, 3 down. Defensive inning there for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. They protect a 10-8 lead. We go to the commercial-free 9th inning. It is right after this. Grip and Rip Baseball brought to you by the Bank of Missouri and by Henry's Towing. Back with more right after this.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters: you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Mavericks stick with Joe Juarez, trailing 10-8. Hoping to get 3 outs here and then go to the bottom of the 9th. 10-8 is the score. Ozark Mountain Ducks lead Moon City. Don't forget, coming up today at 3 o'clock, the Branson Showmen take on the Nixa Suckers in the season opener for both of those clubs. It'll be Justin Loudon, the starting pitcher for Branson, against Logan Wiley with the ball for the Suckers. So that's at 3 o'clock. We will shut down this game stream, start a new one right here on the channel. So if you're one of those types who's intending to watch the GRBL all day, you will have to get kicked off of this one and join a new game. But we're not done here yet. There's a fly out off the bat of Logan Rycraft to start the 9th inning. Out to center field where Joe Emery made the catch for Moon City, and it's 1 away. David Edwards is the batter for Ozark. Out of Rolla, Missouri by way of St. Cloud, Florida. Edwards 2 for 4 today, so 41 hits in his GRBL career. Slow chopper. Chase Cruz, the third baseman, has it. Oh, he hopped the throw. Michael Barnes can't hang on, and Edwards is safe. It's going to be chalked up as an error on the board. So E5 assigned to Cruz. Tyler Jones re-enters. Stands in the left-handed batter's box, 1 on, and a 2-run lead for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. TJ, 1 for 2 on the day, got the 50th base hit of his career in that big first inning for Ozark. That is hit foul, carrying out a play. Making a big kaboom off the metal awning here at Meador Park. Two balls, two strikes, one away. Tyler Jones sends this one foul. Another one meets the parking lot. Jones, base hit into center field. Number 51 is very well timed for the Mountain Ducks, as TJ showing off why he has had the career he has had in this league. It's because his two-strike approach is awfully good. So Tyler Jones now 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI that came by way of the sacrifice fly. Here's Austin Kendrick re-entering. Ducks going back to their starters here. That's up the middle to Juarez. He throws back to the bag. Welsh has it for one. Throw to Barnes at first is in time. A 1-6-3 double play gets Moon City out of the inning. They trail 10-8, looking to rally in the bottom of the 9th. So this commercial-free 9th inning, I'll take a moment to let you know, Mountain Ducks fans, your team will next be in action Sunday, August 18th at 6 p.m. It'll be the baseball night in the Ozarks game against the Branson Showmen. The Moon City Mavericks have the 3 o'clock game that day. They will play 3 o'clock again Sunday, August 18th. They are the road team against the Republic Locos. Both of these teams will be visitors actually a week from today. So Moon City will play Republic. That will be the first divisional game for the Mavs. It'll be the first divisional game for Ozarks. They take on the Showmen. So in order for these two clubs to meet again, the Mountain Ducks and the Mavericks, it would have to happen in the playoffs. Kyle Carpenter back to work for Ozark, tasked with protecting this 2-run advantage. 10-8 is the score. Trying to help the Mountain Ducks go home with a win to get the season started. Still Thomas Brand over at third. He has played 3 different positions today. Done very well. Couple of hits for him. Logan Rycraft stays in at short. It is Skylar Henson at second base. Austin Kendrick at first. Clay Odell's in right. Colton Simons in center field, and Tyler Jones back out there in left. So I have to believe this is what manager Austin Kendrick feels is a pretty stout defensive alignment here behind pitcher Kyle Carpenter. How about Hunter Knapp, the big man out of South Bend, has caught every inning today. So here's Brady Welsh for Moon City, bottom of the 9th. This is what you dream about in the off-season right here. An opportunity for some late-game heroics. Welsh looks at a called strike. It is 0-1. Carpenter comes back with a breaking pitch. That is in the air and lined. One hop in front of Tyler Jones. It's a base hit for Brady Welsh. And so Welsh is on for Tony Lewis. That is Brady Welsh's first hit of 2024. Tony Lewis looking for his right here. Into the left-handed batter's box he goes, facing the lefty Kyle Carpenter. Kyle has what he wants from Hunter Knapp. Sets up and fires a two-seamer on the outer half for a strike. Carpenter is smiling. As this outing has gone on, I have to feel like Carpenter's command is coming back to him a little bit. Looks over at the runner Welsh once, twice, now comes home. Four-seam fastball for a called strike. 0-2, and he fakes a throw to Brady Welsh. You know, for as tense as this situation is, looks like Carpenter's having a little fun out there. 0-2 to Lewis, and there is most certainly not Kyle Carpenter's best pickoff move there. I think that was just in the interest of keeping Brady Welsh honest. Carpenter goes inside. Lewis goes down on strikes. A big punch from Kyle Carpenter. And now the batter is Michael Barnes. So he's 2 for 4 today with an RBI. It came in the bottom of the 7th, which was a big one for the Mavericks. They scored 4 runs. 10-8. Score sheet is a hot mess today, folks. But thank goodness I got some new pencils in the off-season. Carpenter sets from the belt. Just as the sun peeks through the clouds, he misses high and out of the zone to the righty Michael Barnes. It's Mikey B batting right-handed against the lefty Kyle Carpenter, but he is naturally a left-handed thrower. 1-0 knuckleball did not hook up as it was designed, and Barnes is ahead. Slider swung on, left side, Rycraft, had trouble on the exchange, so there will be no play. How did they score that? Infield single awarded to Michael Barnes. So the tying run is on. Batter is Joe Juarez for Moon City. Carpenter's pitch is outside and it's 1-0. Slightly open right-handed stance for Joe Juarez. Runners are on first and second. Welsh, the lead runner. That pitch is outside. Nice job by Knapp to stab it and keep the runners in place. 10-8, bottom of the 9th. 1 out. Mavericks trying to come back. Trailed this game 8-0 at one point in the 2nd inning. Welsh, the runner, feigned a takeoff there. And Joseph Juarez has worked at 3-0. Carpenter with a slider for a called strike. Came when he needed it. Carpenter looks back at Welsh, kicks and deals, and he walks him. Carpenter walks the bases loaded. Joe Juarez is on. And the batter is Joe Emery, the Moon City franchise player. He is 2 for 3, 2 singles, a run batted in, and has drawn a walk today. Mountain Ducks are going to take Kyle Carpenter off the mound. It's the commercial-free 9th inning, and I do believe they're going to go to another lefty as Colton Simons runs in from center field. So this is a tough ask here, to put it mildly. Simons went through his pitching warm-up gosh, that's been practically an hour ago. And he went back out to play center field. And so now, with the bases are loaded, he's got one out, and he's going to be asked to protect a 2-run lead. So a base hit for the Mavericks here would likely tie the game. A base hit to the outfield, rather, would likely tie the ball game. For Simons, there's a limited warm-up and a razor-thin margin of error. So, see how the Ducks realign defensively. It looks like with Simons coming in to pitch, Clay Odell, the right fielder, is going to be asked to go from right to center, and Carpenter is going to stay in the ballgame and play right field. Everything else should stay the same. Coming up later today at 3, it's the Branson Showmen and the Nixa Suckers. Those two clubs patiently waiting in the wings. We'll bring that to you right here on the Grip and Rip Baseball League YouTube channel. Tonight at 6, it's baseball night in the Ozarks. The Republic Locos take on the Springfield Metropolitans. Got a special partner for that one. Former Springfield Mets manager Brock Chaffin will be doing commentary for that game. Coming up next Sunday, another great opportunity for you to come out and see a GRBL triple header. We will start at noon with the Metropolitans and the Suckers. Then at 3, it'll be the Moon City Mavericks and the Republic Locos. Then at 6, the Ozark Mountain Ducks take on the Branson Showmen. We'll be here at Meador Park throughout the month of August. After the Labor Day break, we will head out to Ozark at the birthplace of the GRBL, Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, formerly Ducks Stadium. We'll play there the final 4 weekends of the regular season, plus the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, the eliminators and the semifinals. And we can confirm the championship game, the Howard Bell Trophy, will be awarded right here at Meador Park. That one's slated for Sunday, October 20th. So Colton Simon's first offering to Joe Emery is a strike on the upper part of the zone. Just caught that outer half. So 0-1 to Emery. That is outside, and that evens the count. Runner at third is Welsh, runner at second is Barnes, and Joseph Juarez, the runner off of first for Moon City. He is the go-ahead run. Anything Emery could do to put the ball into play would be useful here. 1-1 pitch from Simons, runs inside. It's 2-1. Pressure mounting in a game that began as a laugher, but the Mavericks have found a way to claw back into this thing. Ball pitched low, fine block by Hunter Knapp, and it is now 3-1. He'll go out to have a word with Simons. So Colton, a rookie out of Las Vegas, Nevada, now Republic, Missouri. Hunter Knapp, a rookie out of South Bend, Indiana, now Springfield. They are the battery in a pressure-packed situation for the Mountain Ducks. 3 balls and a strike to the franchise player. Emery swings and misses, and the count is full. Joey Franchise maybe also feeling a bit of pressure with the bases loaded and 1 out. Simons comes set, full wind for the payoff pitch. Breaking ball, he got him on strikes. Colton Simons strikes out Joe Emery, and that is 2 gone. Nick Bacon comes to the dish. Bacon is 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout. An original 60, player who's been in the league for all 9 seasons now, facing the rookie Colton Simons. Simons' first offering to Bacon, outside for a ball. Another breaking pitch. Bacon got under it. Skylar Hinson charging in. Oh, and he dropped the ball. Simons could not hang on. Welsh scores. And it's not over yet. 1-run ball game. It is now 10-9. Mountain Ducks clinging. Evan Barnett is the batter for City. Barnett 0 for 1 on the day. The tying run is just 90 feet away from home plate. He's Michael Barnes. The go-ahead run, Joe Juarez, is in scoring position. Big open right-handed stance from Evan Barnett. Watches one go outside. Ball 1. 2 outs, bases loaded, bottom of the 9th, 1-run ball game. This has turned into an instant classic. Simons comes home. Curveball. Barnett swung on, fouled it off. One pitch. 1-1 from Simons. Fastball low. 2-1. .29 combined hits in the ball game. 2-1 pitch. Barnett checked it. Ducks want an appeal. They will not get it. It's going to be 3-1 to Evan Barnett. And a walk, just as good as a base hit here for Moon City, trailing by a run. Simons pitch. Fastball for a called strike. And the count is full, so this is it. Bottom of the 9th, bases loaded, 2 outs, full count. Colton Simons trying to finish for the Mountain Ducks. Can they hang on? Runners go. Barnett swings and fouls it off. That means we're going to have to set up and do it again. Juarez and Bacon, the tail runners, both took off. Michael Barnes a little bit more modest with his launch. But we will do it again. Simons from the belt. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Well, the Ozark Mountain Ducks gave their fans a heart attack. But that is a strikeout for Colton Simons. He finishes the game with 2. He gets the save. And it is 10-9. The Ozark Mountain Ducks win the baseball game. Our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game, we're going to go with a guy who was 2 for 4, a pair of hits, including the 50th and 51st of his career, and an RBI. We're going to go with Tyler Jones as our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Serious hat tips to a couple of rookies, your second and third stars, if you will. Thomas Brand for the Ozark Mountain Ducks had a couple of hits, or had 3 hits rather, including a what will stand up as the game-winning RBI in the 8th. And then Colton Simons with a couple of strikeouts in the bottom of the 9th notches the save, and it is a 10-9 victory for the Ozark Mountain Ducks. They improve to 1-0. Moon City falls to 0-1. We will step aside for a few moments, try to come back and talk things over with some of the winners from the Mountain Ducks. We will do that on the other side of a break. Back right after this.
That's too far away. Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meisner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy? I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga. You do yoga? Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Rance back with you live in the press box at Meador Park, where the Ozark Mountain Ducks are winners 10-9. They survive the Moon City Mavericks and start the season off 1-0. Joined by our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the Game for the Mountain Ducks. That is outfielder Tyler Jones. TJ, not a bad way to start the year. You go 2 for 4 on the day with a sac fly RBI. Most importantly, base hit number 50 in a very storied GRBL career. Well, let's start with that, man. There are not a lot of people in that 50-hit club, and you're one of them now.
It feels good. The names in that list, from Harrison to Skyler and JP and everyone else on that list, is just an elite group, and I'm just honored to be a part of that group.
What is your secret to being able to come back out here and continue to play and continue to hit the baseball and rack up RBIs like you do? I mean, this is year 9 for you now, for crying out loud.
It's mostly, I say, the kids I coach, they keep me young. They're always challenging me, so I have to stay up to date, because they will come here and heckle me every once in a while. So, and just keeping a mindset, just always prepared.
Let's talk about that coaching career. How many years is that for you now?
I'll say about 8 years now.
Okay,
22 organizations.
What age group are you working with now?
This year is going to be 16U.
Okay. I know you've dealt with like a lot of different age groups, right?
Yeah, I've had from 9 to 16, so I've had to learn a lot of things throughout the way.
I was going to say, I'm sure they are teaching you as much as you teach them.
Oh yeah, 100%. Especially the older ones, they have a little mouth on them, so always on my toes with them.
I got to tell you, when I, after the draft happened and the dust kind of settled, I looked at this Mountain Ducks roster and I said to myself, well, I'm not really sure what kind of baseball team they're going to make, but it seems like this would be a really fun dugout to hang out in. Is that a fair assessment?
100%. They keep it loose. People from like Skyler, and I didn't realize David had such a sense of humor. So it makes it fun. AK is just a great coach and keeps us always ready and lighthearted. So it's fun.
David Edwards, very scary looking guy, but actually as nice as they come once you get to know him.
100%.
It's a lot of fun. So Tyler, I know in this one, kind of a wild one, I'm sure it was a lot more comfortable when you guys were up 8-0. But how was the tension in this one as the Mavericks just gradually, piece by piece, clawed their way back into it?
It was a little tense, but AK gave us a heads up. I say about the third inning, hey, don't let them back in the inning or in the game. Unfortunately, we did, but we kept it lighthearted. We had fun, and we came out with a win.
And how about some of your new guys today? Thomas Brand had 3 hits, and then Colton Simons was the guy with the ball in his hand there to get the save.
Yeah, I missed out on media day and I missed out tryouts, so I didn't know what anyone really could do, but it was a great surprise. It was fun seeing those guys compete, a lot of youth, a lot of speed, so made it real fun to be out there.
Well, Tyler Jones, congratulations on 1-0, but more importantly, congratulations on hits number 50 and 51. And
well, thank you.
Here's to about 50 more, am I right?
Oh, yeah. I still got to catch Skyler. It's going to take a little work, but I still have to catch him.
He is at 75 going into the day, just keep chopping, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know what to do. Tyler Jones, the Skyler versus Tyler rivalry never sleeps.
No, never.
So TJ and the Mountain Ducks winners today, 10-9. They get it done. Mountain Ducks are 1-0. Mavericks fall to 0-1. Well, we're going to shut down this stream, and then we will come back on the YouTube channel in just a few minutes to bring you the Branson Showmen and the Nixa Suckers. But until then, for our director, Derek Saiko, our executive producers, Harrison Waters and Tony Lewis, my name is Rance Berger, wishing you good afternoon from Springfield, Missouri.